they come to a group, and if someone says, you know, that metaphor was not good, line 17, blah, 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 then that person, they take umbrage, and you can see they get red in the face, and they'll come back, and even if you bring in, you know, a great Whitman-esque or Robert Frostian type poem, they'll just attack, 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 and it's so obvious. I remember there was a young black woman, I forget her name, who also came one time. She came one time to the group. She was from Philadelphia, and she, you know, told about her MFA and whatnot, and she was a very mediocre writer, a very PC, lofty type writer, and I remember I talked to her after the first group, and surprisingly she thought highly of me, but she had things against both Bruce and Greg there, that you know, why are you catering to these inferior writers and whatnot? And well, there were all levels of writers. That, I mean, I'm not, you know, I learned from bad writers too. This obese blonde woman who was very insecure, who wrote a typical kind of, I'm sitting in a cafe writing a poem about writing poems poem. And she alienated most of the people there because she was very insecure and attacking. And I brought this poem called A Sky Too Wide, An Earth Too Deep, about the Little Bighorn fiasco, Custer and all. And it was a good poem, but I was having trouble with it. And she made an offhand comment, well, what if you told the poem from the future? And it was just an offhand comment. But I took that comment and I broke the poem up, reworked it time-wise, and because I was still open, despite her 2 or 3 hours of spewing ignorance, I was still open to listening to a good idea, or any idea. The poem was better. Few people do that. They shut off. So many times I've been to a group, I'll bring something in, or not even just a group, of reading, and it might be a violent poem, might be a poem about being in a gang, it might be a poem about a serial killer, and someone will say, oh, you're terrible, how can you write about that? You're encouraging them, and they'll shut off to anything you want to say.